What we're seeing then this year is a low budget autofocus range starting to form itself. And yes, there are haters out there that think it's ridiculous, you should just go for the... Anyway, this 56mm 1.7 is not for you if you're whinging a lot. We've looked at a similarly priced focal lengthy lens already, and we've got one more that I'm waiting to publish when the release date finally gets announced. But this one, will it stake its claim in that low-end market? The 56 1.7 from Viltrox. Aha. Warranty card. Whoops. I was going to say menu. Manual. Getting confused now. I do still need to start doing these in Spanish. And I think we've got... Is it a baggie or a hood? Nice little baggie. Fair enough. Do not eat. Certificates. Now that Viltrox are getting a bit more widely distributed, I notice a lot of people have more confidence in them, especially after the success of their 1.2 lenses. This is the other end of the budget, so yeah, we're gonna see. You've already seen a bit in the intro, which I've yet to record. This is my first unboxing experience, for want of a better phrase. Little snap cap there. I mean, it all feels, on first impressions, feels pretty good actually. Feels quite nice. This feels cold like metal. Plastic here. No aperture ring. Full frame equivalent focal length of 84mm. Angle of view 29.8 degrees. No weather sealing. There's a USB-C for firmware updates. We've got a close focusing of 55 centimeters. It's fairly dinky, to be fair. I mean, when the box arrived, I thought, wow. And FedEx guy handed it over, I thought, that is a small box. So, really light, 171 grams. That is dead light. Magnification ratio, 0.11 times. And STM focusing, 11 elements, 9 groups, 9 blades. That's basically all we need to say. Dinky little thing. My T4 is recording this and my T3 is slightly out of reach at the moment, so I'll show it on the camera in a bit. But yeah, could be a bit of fun. Cheap fun. Who doesn't want a bit of cheap fun? Well, the internet. But you and I know different. There are gems to be found at the low end. So yeah, let's see what's up with this. After some use and abuse, build and handling is absolutely fine. Not much to complain about. Actually, there's not much to report. As you saw, there's no controls other than the manual focus ring. What's there is there, and the lens feels good out and about. It's actually fairly discreet and should stand up to the test of time. I found the autofocus to be a tad inaccurate, and it didn't really play as well as I'd have hoped on my T4, though the exterior shots that you saw seem to go better than my test shots out in the field. So yeah, let's get back out in the field anyway and see how the image quality is. Sharpness is not great, as you can tell, but color rendering and contrast both okay, as is surprisingly chromatic aberration. Vignetting is present, wide open, and flaring can be problematic. Bokeh is a weird one. You'll see some type of, I think it's called Nisse bokeh, with the specular highlights, car headlights and bulbs, you know, which can be distracting. Smooth surfaces, of course, fare a little bit better, but overall not ideal for a fast lens like this. But what do you think? Bokeh is quite a personal thing, but I think there's a few questions over this one. Now, I think the images that you're seeing will tell you more about the IQ than I can talk about this time round. So, you know, save a bit of time. Let's have a look at one last batch of test shots and then talk about if it's worth it. In this order then, my favourite aspects about this lens are the price, which we'll mention in a moment, build and handling, and then the image quality. I guess at this low end of the market, that's no big surprise. In fairness, the two lenses that are competing with it, let's say, are arguably better buys, one more than the other, I'd say. But this one, $139 in the US, wins on price. In Europe, it isn't the cheapest, as it's retailing at 199 euros. At the USD price, other than the IQ, the whole package is actually not that bad at all. But should you stretch to the maker? Well, the UK price is a bit cheaper than the Euro price, coming in at 175, but it's still way off the US price. Fun. In the UK at least though, Viltrox are getting better distribution, so we can now buy from our local store, and that negates having to go direct to Viltrox when things go wrong, which for some is a valid selling point over one of the two, let's say, competing lenses in this situation. But yeah, let us know your experiences and we'll see you soon.